Sup, it's Chadlantis. This past weekend of trials kind of sucked as far as playing it. It was awesome playing with viewers, and the Twitch community was blowing up, like a lot of growth in the Twitch community this weekend. So that was freaking amazing, and thank you everybody for being there. Especially on Monday, I actually got a host from Grenadier Jake that pushed us up to 70 plus viewers pretty much the entire stream. That was amazing. That was freaking awesome. So shout out to him. Thank you so much for that support, dude. But regarding Blind Watch, I keep saying Blind Watch. Regarding Black Shield, I hate, okay, the three maps I hate: Blind Watch, Black Shield, and most of all, Rusted Lands. Blind Watch and Black Shield, I hate those maps because all people ever do on both those maps are sit there, camp, hardscope corners, and wait for tier 5 supers to play on the cap point. That's both of those maps. No other map that I can think of really regularly does that. So screw those two maps. And then Rusted Lands, I think, is the worst designed PvP map of all time. So I hate that too. Because that's a different type of a hatred, whereas Blind Watch and Black Shield, the exact same reason for hatred, plus they're both Mars maps. I mix and match both of those names all the time. But anyway, I just explained that I mixed and matched with the names, and I immediately went and mixed and matching the names. Black Shield this weekend sucked because everybody, either you meet them inside and they all have shotguns and you lose because I'm running sniper, because I think sniper rifle is better for carries overall. So then we have to go outside and just wait for them because they sit on tier 5 super. Or they'll just hard scope and camp their spawn. So you have to deal with them all hard scoping and camping spawn, and there's no real effectively easy way of progressing on a team that does that, especially on Black Shield. Keep screwing up that name, holy crap. Especially on Black Shield, because on Bravo spawn there's 3 entries and there's 3 easy ways of watching those entries. On Alpha spawn there's also 3 entries, but it's not as effective to watch those ways of entries on Alpha spawn as it is on Bravo. Therefore I consider Bravo spawn to have an advantage on that map because of that alone. If both teams had, like, you know, girth in their undercarriage and they actually like played out the map and just played like men or fierce women, then it wouldn't be that big of an issue. I don't think either spawn really has that big of an advantage on that map to really matter. However, when a spawn just sits there and camps the whole time, then I think definitely there is an advantage because Bravo definitely has easier ways of watching their spawn in 3 entryways. Beyond that, all it was me being constantly stressed out and like feeling like a lot of pressure and just constantly trying to be like, oh my god, how do I beat this hardscope camping team? Because all they're doing is sitting on tier 5 super and just waiting till cap point, and they'll use their supers and try to beat us with them. And by the end of the week, almost every team we played against had a golden gun. Why? Because golden gun's probably the best super in trials. In my opinion, it is the best super in trials. So get to the point where I also switched to golden gun class because the other team was just sitting on tier 5. I was like, all right, golden gun versus golden gun, because we can't go against them because they're hard scoping corners, and it's really easy to kill a guy who's progressing on you when you're hard scoping a corner. So it takes like child's play to freaking beat us when they're doing what they're doing, because that's how Bungie designs their game in this map. So instead we gotta sit here on tier 5 supers, wait for them to come to us, and we're literally sitting on the capture point just like, I hope they play the game today, and then they'll come at us with a golden gun and then just clear us out. It literally got to the point where as soon as we hear golden gun activate, we're like, everybody run, and just don't die because you just can't beat it. It's just stupid. It was just stupid, and it's just frustrating and stressful and irritating, and like, oh, I just like, by the end of the night, I felt like a pressure in my chest of, I don't want to deal with this. I'm just sick and tired of dealing with this crap. I just felt like tight in my chest just because like, I was so irritated and frustrated and aggravated. But that's just basically how everybody played in the map. To further elaborate on how irritating and how like terrible that is, an average trials carry for me is an hour. At longest, it would be like an hour and 15 minutes per flawless card. That's it. Hour to an hour and 15 minutes per flawless card is the average time for me. This week, my average for a flawless carry was an hour and 45 minutes. There are even flawless cards where it took me 2 hours and 15 minutes to go. 2 hours and 15 minutes for a single flawless card. Not failing. That's stupid. That's really ridiculous. That's absurd. That took me 2 hours and 15 minutes to do a flawless card. Insane. That's an hour longer than the later end of my usual average. That's freaking A, man. That basically means that we could only help like a half of the normal amount of viewers. I streamed twice as much than I usually do for trials weekends this weekend. Twice as much. But I helped the same amount of viewers as I usually do because it was Black Shield and everybody was just camping, went until overtime because we can't progress on them. We tried. We failed a bunch, but we tried to make it progress and go faster. But everybody just hardscopes and have a huge advantage on us, so it got to the point where we just couldn't do it anymore. I was too tired and we just couldn't do it anymore because they have an advantage on you if you progress on them when they're hardscoping. That's just simply how it is. So we were just spend so many rounds where we literally sat outside and just waited because we couldn't go against them. They beat us every time because they have an advantage advantage. So we just wait on the cap point and wait for them to actually play the game. And because of that, it goes like a 2 to 2.5 minutes per round. Typically go full 9 rounds because they would have supers and just be super versus super all the time. We'd have to like barely win it out or something. And if it goes 9 rounds for the full cap point time each round, it would be 22.5 minutes per game to complete. Per game. 22.5 minutes. That's so much. And you have to win 7 games to go flawless with the boons. And if you use a mercy, then that's 8 games that you're doing that crap. That's so much time spent. It's ridiculous. So all of that was just stressful and tiring and aggravating. So while overall this weekend was amazing and I had a lot of fun just hanging out, joking around with viewers, a lot of new viewers came in, a lot of new follows and stuff. Community was there in full force and it was amazing. But while overall the weekend was amazing and overall I think it was a positive and awesome experience, it still has that like just aggravating little side effect of having to deal with Black Shield on Trials. Hopefully we never get that map again because I hated that map. But anyway, that's it for this vlog, really. Just a recap of the weekend. Thank you everybody for being there. Awesome growth and awesome people being in the community. It's a pleasure being able to hang out with you guys all the times. So if I wasn't streaming and hang out with you guys having fun, then I definitely would not be playing Black Shield that much. I probably would just skip the weekend and wait until it's a good weekend of good map. But because I love you guys, I want to hang out and Trials is a big part of my stream. I dealt with it because I love you guys and I love hanging out with you guys and streaming with you. Tuesday's stream is going to be PC Overwatch, and then Wednesday, Thursday streams are going to be Iron Banner with viewers. Wednesday stream is actually going to be really exciting because I'm going to be playing with Cold Chaos doing a thing called Whopping that he does. So all that information will be provided and explained during that stream, I'm sure. And we're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff with Iron Banner. Hopefully this upcoming weekend's map isn't terrible. As long as it's not Blind Watch, Rusted Lands, or Black Shield, I'm set. I'm pretty much good with the map. So as long as it's not one of those 3, which I have a bad feeling it might be Rusted Lands because there's 2 of those bad 3 maps in a row. So it might be the 3rd in a row and it'll just be 3 crappy weeks in a row for Trials for me, but hopefully it's not. There's a solid statistical chance that's not, but I feel like it's going to be because I feel like Bungie just wants to screw me at this point. But thank you so much for watching this vlog. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. Speaking of subscriptions, YouTube just recently did a purging of inactive accounts, quote unquote, because based on an algorithm they can tell which accounts are not active and not actually subscribers anymore. However, there are reports of certain people being unsubscribed to channels when they still actively watch those videos. So hopefully none of my subscribers that got purged were active subscribers. That would really suck, but make sure you're still subscribed to this channel. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Like this video if you liked it. I know all I talked about was basically like saltiness regarding Black Shield, but it definitely was a big part of my day, and this is a daily vlog, so I'm talking about my thoughts. So there it is. Black Shield sucks. Freaking hate it. Hopefully it's never the Trials map again. I love your faces. Thank you so much for being you, and thank you as always, citizens, for watching.